You have a new batch of documents that are coming in and you need to get them processed fast, and you don't have the time or the resources to get a dip license. BYOD, bring your own dip. I put my hand up on my hip, then I dip, you dip, we dip. Put your hand up on my hip, then I dip, you dip, we dip. We use this concept, for example, 4 years ago when banks were trying to package up PPP loans. They had a variety of customer documents coming in from multiple different vendors that needed to be processed in OnBase and exported out. The hardest thing was to have all the vendors agree to a format for these index files for us to be able to use dip. So we had to come up with a solution that we actually use a lot today. The premise is based off of the idea that the easiest part of an exported document, something that a vendor can export out of their system, is the file name. And we could put a lot of data into a file name. So without needing to leverage a dip license, we managed to ingest the documents, process them, and export them at a frantic pace. That's why we call this the quick dip. All right, let me set this up. So we know that we have a batch of documents that are gonna come in to some sort of network shared location. We don't have an index file. We're not going to dip this. So we asked the vendor to strategically add certain data elements to the file name. In this case, we're delimiting the file name, and the first value is going to be the document type from the source system. Then the second value is going to be some sort of a unique identifier, something that maybe we can run an autofill after we parse this out, just to get more values. The next thing that I did was I created a document type just to house this document as it comes in through the scan queues. So I was very creative and I called it general import. Really, all you need is a document type that has a file name, file path. That's all you need. You can name it whatever it is that you want. All right, now we have the document in our system. Now we need a small workflow to process what's in that file name. Here we're using the action to set property to expression. This is where we can use the functions that exist in OnBase. We don't have to do anything crazy through scripting. We can just use the function getSegment. We know that our delimiter is the underscore and that our document type is going to be the value prior to the underscore. So we're getting that and we're assigning it to a property. Our next action, we are getting the account number, our unique value that exists after the underscore. So we're getting that segment. And then I have an additional function here to remove the file extension from it, the .tiff, whatever it is. I just added that to clean it up. Our next rule is we want to validate that document type. So this concept we brought up in an earlier video of Snack Bites where we created a document type keyword. We configured it to have an external data set, one that is just a query back to our database that pulls all the document types. And we use this to validate what is in our prop doc type that we pulled from that expression to make sure that it exists in our system prior to assigning it, prior to changing, re-indexing it to that document type. Why, you might be asking? Why, Christian? Well, because unfortunately, the next action, the assign the document type from a property to set the document type, it doesn't fail gracefully. So I've seen situations where because the document type doesn't exist in the system, it has completely stalled out, stopped, blown up the timer, and we don't want that. We have 500 documents that we want to flow through easily. Now we want to set the keyword of account number to that prop. So we've now changed over this document type. It is what in this situation, it's going to be an application. We now want to assign that account number to that so that we have some sort of searchable value or retrievable value in OnBase. And then lastly, if you have an autofill, this is where now you can expand on those values that are in that autofill based off of the account number. So if you need additional fields, searchable fields, you now have that. So now let's test this and let me show you how it works. Now we're back into the Unity client, and I have this ad hoc that we just created that's going to process our document. So now I'm going to click it. Do I want to save? Yeah, why not? Always save. And now you can see it has figured it out. It has changed over our document type to application. Here on the right-hand side, you'll see we have our account number. It has auto-filled all of our customer information. So our customer name and our social security number. And I always leave the file path on there just in case to be able to check. The beauty of quick dips is that they're reusable and scalable. Whenever you have something new that you need to process, you can just adjust your workflow a little bit and it should accommodate. Now, one issue that we run into a lot is that sometimes the vendor's source system doesn't have a direct one-to-one mapping to a document type that is in OnBase. In this situation, what I usually do is I'll build out an autofill in WorkView that has the mapping. So it has the name of the document type in the source system mapped to the name of the document type in OnBase. And then you just run that autofill to figure out what the document type is. And then it's just workflow as usual. So quick dips also equals time for quick snacks. And today's quick snack is from Egypt. It is poplay popcorn. And I've just picked this because I like saying it. It's caramel or caramel and pistachio. Let's give it a try. I'm expecting to see little green bits in here. And I do. It's a little brown and green. Let's see how it tastes. Oh, that's pretty good. See, I like pistachios and I like caramel or caramel, however you say it. I like them both. Depends what part of the world you're in. No, that's good. I'll eat that. The picture looks like it has ham. Pistachios and ham. Pretty interesting. But thank you, Egypt, for a delicious snack. All right, if you've made it this far, congratulations. You are now officially an OnBase Snack Bites certified viewer. Not really a certification, but still pretty impressive. This Snack Bites series is all about sharing quick and unique OnBase development techniques. So if you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more bite-sized insights. Because let's be honest, nobody has time for a 2-hour training video. Now, maybe you're watching this and thinking, this is great, but we don't have the time, the people, or the resources to actually implement some solutions in our OnBase environment. Well, I've got some great news for you. You don't have to. At Datum Evolve, we don't just make YouTube videos. We help organizations build, optimize, and rescue their workflow projects. We are a trusted Highland partner and reseller. So if you need extra hands, expert minds, or just someone to finally automate that process everyone keeps ignoring, reach out to us. All right, that's a wrap. Until next time, stay awesome, stay automated, and remember to take snack breaks.